Hello, everyone. Welcome to the ColeCast, the show where I realize how much I hate the sound of my own voice. Today, I have a couple friends with me. It has quite literally been a year, like almost a year to the day, since the last time I uploaded a podcast as of recording this. But without further ado, allow me to introduce our lovely, lovely guests. Brian Amante.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brian. I'm a film student along with Cole.
Francesco Pertassi.
Hello, everyone. They call me Frenchie. They also call me the Master Centipede Killer for no reason. Don't ask.
What?
Anyway, it's great to be here. It's great to be talking to Cole again. I'm super happy to get this started. Let's go.
Michael Garris.
Hey everyone, I'm Michael, and I've been Cole's friend since he recognized my existence 4 months into school.
And Lord President Shady O'Malley.
Hi guys, my name is Shady O'Malley. I've been friends with Cole since about April, and I've been a filmmaker for almost a decade on YouTube.
And we're all together, like destiny, or it's like we planned it or something. So
With our powers combined.
with all the Infinity Stones, we're missing the sixth Infinity Stone, who will be the special guest. Find out, tune in later. Spoilers, probably no one. Back when we first started doing this show, we approached it with a little bit more of like a question and answers kind of thing, and it eventually developed into a talk show where we just kind of talked about anything. But I think for this new era of the podcast, we're going to try something a little different for a little while. And that is going to be try to have these episodes correlate or be influence or surround a certain topic or theme. And I think what we're going to do for this episode, we're going to theme this episode to favorites. So without further ado, are you gentlemen ready for the first question?
Sure.
Lay it on me.
Yeah, let's go for it.
One quick question. How's the order that we're going to be answering this question? Like, is it going to start with Frenchie and I'm the last one to answer, or what's the order?
You could start. We can do it in the same order that we introduced everyone. So
Okay.
if I could give my own personal answer for that question, and then we can do Brian, Frenchie, Michael, and Shady.
Okay.
Sweet. So our first question is actually related to the season that we're currently in, fall. So my question to you guys is, as we get into those colder temperatures, what is your favorite fall beverage? For me personally, my favorite beverage usually is hot chocolate, but I'm going to reserve that more for like a winter kind of thing because hot chocolate got ruined for us. Michael knows this. There's a video that will be coming out later this year that we actually filmed last year that it relates to hot chocolate. So stay tuned for that. But for me, I think my favorite fall beverage is apple cider, specifically cold apple cider. I do not like warm apple cider.
Okay, that's fair enough. Well, I guess for me, it doesn't really matter like a specific season for the beverage, because in Brazil we only have 2 seasons, which is hot and hotter. So anytime the temperature drops just a little bit, any hot beverage for me would be just perfect. And I guess I would go with hot chocolate, just because chocolate's my thing and I love it. Yeah, and whenever the temperatures start dropping, I'm gonna go ahead and just make myself a nice hot chocolate or even some tea sometimes.
Wonderful.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to disagree with Cole right now because you see, hot apple cider is definitely the way to go. You warm that stuff up in the microwave, and then you put a cinnamon stick in that. It is just crispy apple deliciousness, and it cannot be rivaled, in my opinion.
Well, you know what? If we were exactly alike, I don't think I'd be friends with you. So
Yeah, because you're self-loathing.
no, I hate myself. I need people who are not like me. Just close enough that we can get along, but don't remind me of me.
Yeah, balance
Remind
you
you of
out.
you.
What about you, Michael?
Pumpkin spice coffee.
Oh.
Yeah. It's my favorite thing. and it saddens me that I cannot drink it this year.
Why is that?
Wait, what?
I am doing a keto diet, so no sugar, which means no
Mm.
pumpkin spice.
Well,
Gotcha.
you have your pumpkin Febreze air spray. You could just
You're
like
right.
spray that in your coffee.
That
Don't actually do that. That's a joke. That was a joke. That was a joke.
Okay. I mean, it sounds a little counterproductive, but
You'll get the smell at least. Shady, what about you?
Me personally, when I was a child, hot chocolate was definitely the way to go because I mean, like, why not? Here's a better kind of like follow up to the whole hot chocolate thing. When you guys drank hot chocolate, was it like in like did you do it with like milk or did you mix it with water? And if so, which one was like your favorite? Me personally, believe it or not, it was like with water.
Well, it was always usually water with like a little bit of milk, both to cool it off a little bit, but also add a little bit more of that like silky kind of quality to it.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. But recently, to just kind of answer the question, like I have definitely been more in love with like pumpkin spice. The older I've gotten, I just love it so much.
Yeah, it always has like a good time and season. Like those are the kind of flavors that you treat yourself to like once in a blue moon kind of thing, where it's like you don't have pumpkin spice in spring or summer. Like it just
Right.
it doesn't fit. But as soon as
It's
that season comes around, you're like, "Oh yeah, bring out all the pumpkin. Bring out all the what's another fall flavor?
Eggnog. Well, I
Candy
guess it's more
corn.
winter,
No,
but
Candy corn."
candy.
It's
corn.
pretty much just pumpkin and cinnamon.
Oh, actually, you know
Yeah,
what? I
cinnamon.
didn't have this on our list of things. I guess that's a good transition of fall related stuff. But speaking of like candy corn, what is everyone's favorite like Halloween candy?
oh,
I don't personally have a
Mine
favorite.
would be Reese's.
Reese's.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know exactly for sure if you guys have it in here. Back in Brazil, we used to have this chocolate candy in the shape of like a turtle, and we call it tortuguitas. Were just delicious, and you could like fill them up with some cream or whatever. It was the best thing ever.
Oh man, that sounds so good.
I
It was.
I it's kind of hard to pick, but a lot of Reese's products I really, really intensely enjoy. Uh, but there's like one thing I just remember, like I really like dark chocolate.
Yes.
But like,
Yes.
here's the thing: a lot of like the dark chocolate stuff you're not gonna get in like your Halloween candy. That's something you're gonna have to buy for yourself and like
Those
get it.
are those are big boy Halloween candies. Those
Yeah,
are
yeah,
adult
yeah.
candies.
Yeah,
You buy
so
that for yourself.
mhm.
It's like my caffeine boost of the day. It's dark chocolate is way too good. I don't
Yeah.
like milk chocolate. And that coming from Pennsylvania where we have Hershey products like Hershey's milk chocolate really isn't my favorite. That and
Yeah,
also their
no.
syrup. I am not a fan of Hershey syrup. And this has been a controversial topic that a couple of friends and I have talked about before, but it's like the Nesquik stuff, pretty good in my opinion. I don't like the Hershey stuff. But then again, when it comes to like winter beverages, Hershey doing the 2 chocolate bars melted to make some hot chocolate, you can't really beat that. Just
Mhm.
thick, chocolatey goodness. But Shady, what about you? What's your favorite candy?
my favorite candy. I'm the opposite of you. I love like chocolate. I love milky chocolate. So I would say Hershey's. Oh no, my bad. Reese's were definitely some of my favorite growing up. And I'm also like a huge like bubblegum fan. So like Hubba Bubba was definitely one of mine.
Did you guys also
Uh,
have those like gum chewing competitions where people would try to like blow bubbles at your elementary school? 'Cause I remember one year
I
we had one of those.
Not at my elementary school because I went to a charter school for my elementary. so ours was a little bit different. We would just have a better costume kind of thing. Actually, as a matter of fact, growing up, we didn't really have candy giving ourselves out. We would just mostly make like fruit smoothies, believe it or not, for Halloween, which was torture.
I'm drinking one of
But-
those right now.
I know, but like as a kid, like you just want like candy. Well, that's just me personally. But yeah, no, I would say my favorite like candy was like Reese's. I love Reese's to death. It's so good.
Nice. On
God forbid anyone that's allergic to peanut butter. I just wanted to add that.
no, it's your weapon.
I
It's
was
your
allergic
defense.
to peanut. I was allergic to peanut butter, and then I outgrew it and have become too powerful, and now I eat peanut butter a
I
lot.
don't understand that. People have been like, "Oh, what are you allergic to anything?" I'm like, "Yeah, so, like shellfish," and they're like, "So you can't have crab or shrimp or anything?" I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Have you ever tried it again?" Like years later, I'm
Have
like,
you
"I
you
don't
ever
think I have an
tried
immunity to
dying?
it."
Well,
Well,
I don't think it was like I developed an immunity. I just think that my body just I don't know how it works. I don't know how it works, but I mean I outgrew my allergy. And I guess maybe you could have outgrown yours. I don't know. Take a
But
bite of
that's an
shrimp.
experiment I'm not
Allergies-
willing to test.
Yeah, no,
Like-
that. Sorry, go ahead.
Just don't have your EpiPen and don't have
I
anybody
don't
in the
have
room
an
when you do it,
EpiPen. Why would I carry an EpiPen?
in case you
You have an
consume
allergic
something.
reaction?
Yeah, in
No,
case
I
you have
get
an
a
allergic
stomach
reaction.
bug.
Oh, then it's not like life threatening.
No,
Yeah, it's not
it just
life-threatening.
sucks. Which is
Bro,
why I'm not willing to test
definitely-
it.
I'm definitely telling you, you don't have an allergy to shellfish. You just had some bad fish and you threw up. And
Are you accusing my parents
that
of
is-
bad cooking?
you definitely had some bad fish in your life, and you just associated that with an allergy.
You are
Bro.
accusing my parents of bad cooking. How dare
Listen,
you? It's because of
my
their good
parents-
cooking I don't know how to cook for myself.
Listen, my parents
You
cook
would
really
think that
well.
would be the opposite.
but-
Hang on a second.
Listen, my parents cook really well, but sometimes, the produce could just be bad. Walmart, they don't make the
Dude,
freshest fish.
my immune system should be pretty damn good. I don't think food stuff bothers me because I'm the kind of kid that appreciates like leftovers and stuff. And sometimes leftovers can get pretty rank, but it's like, no, leftovers can be pretty good if you're, consistent about them. That's why it's like cooking for yourself is kind of difficult in a sense because you can make stuff that's pretty easy and you can just eat that, or you can make stuff that can last a lot longer, like my using air quotes here burritos that I make usually last me like
They're not burritos.
they are
They're
two
not
burritos. They say burritos.
They
You just
are
prepare them like enchiladas. Fuck you, Michael. Fuck you.
Enchiladas.
Anyway, moving on.
He literally buys frozen enchiladas and calls them burritos.
It says burritos on the packaging. I will put an image up of what the label says right here in post. People who can
Bro,
see this are on YouTube only.
Obviously, oh my gosh.
Anyway,
Cool.
moving on. Yeah, what's up?
Cool. When did you have the shellfish? What the hell is that?
Shady?
When was the last
Oh.
time? When was the
Oh, I'm
last
sorry. I'm
time?
washing dishes.
Okay.
What the?
When was the last time you consumed shellfish?
Like when I was probably, I don't know, like either, I want to say like 5 or 6.
Okay, cool.
Bro.
So you may have very well had an allergy, but allergies switch out like every 7 years. So you could have outgrown it.
Frenchie?
Bro, here's what I'm gonna say.
I'm
How
not
about
gonna
he
have
just
you
gets a
test it.
blood? No. How about he just gets a blood test so he doesn't like risk anything?
No,
Of course, yeah.
it's still a stomach bug thing. It's not a reaction thing. But also, Frenchie,
Yeah.
if you're so adamant about it,
Then
actually,
you're
no,
not
Michael,
allergic.
no, Frenchie, you're fine.
If you're not getting a reaction to it, then you're not allergic.
Frenchie, I'm
No,
Your
still get
stomach
sick.
can't handle fish.
I'm going to
No,
use
that still can be an allergic reaction.
Frenchie.
Could it?
I'm going to use
I've
it as
never
an
heard of
excuse
that.
to come to you. But Michael, in this case, yeah, sure, I'll try it in your own house, and you'll have to deal with cleaning that up. Deal?
Okay, sure.
Oh
Oh
man.
my god, you're not freaking.
Listen. I get off the keto in December. I'll order all the most expensive sushi I can physically afford, and we will eat it in my house. And
No.
if you throw up, we'll have it on camera.
It's
No.
not fish. It's shellfish for him.
Let's
Yeah,
just
shrimp.
fucking risk
Shrimp
Cole's
tempura and all
life
that.
for the sake of
Yeah.
finding out if he's
I
allergic
think
or not.
Michael
He
just
just
secretly
said
wants to
he-
kill me.
He just said it's not fatal. He just said he throws up. He's not gonna die.
Yeah, that's
Well,
still
allergies
fucking
allergies can develop, bro. Like it could have gotten worse over the years. You don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
You're
you never
risking
know
his
unless
death.
you try.
You're
Or-
risking Cole's well-being just to find out so he can try.
You're blowing out the
You're
audio.
so-
Look
yeah.
at his mic is peaking.
I'll be on your.
Okay. Bringing it
For
back.
science.
Bringing it back. So, going back to the topic of Halloween.
Continue, Cole.
All
Continue.
right.
I'm so sorry.
My question now, going back to Halloween, is every time you've done Halloween, throughout the years, what was your favorite Halloween costume you've ever worn?
Ooh.
I haven't actually celebrated Halloween in 13 years.
Cool, man. Brian, what about you?
Man, I can just choose one. I had my two favorite ones that I wore as a kid. One of them was Dan from Bakugan, and the other one was the Yellow Ranger Tip from the Power Ranger Mystic Force. Those were by far my favorite ones.
I don't
And
know
also
anything
for
about
my
that.
senior year, I went as a Muslim.
Wait, what?
What?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
I had
What the hell?
costume on.
What the fuck did you just say?
Yeah, my parents they had like a second honeymoon thing, and they saved up some money and shit. They went to Dubai, so it was like fucking awesome for them. They ended up buying some like some traditional clothes for like Arabs and shit, and they brought it in. I was like, okay, can I use it for Halloween? And we're like, okay, sure.
That
And
sounds
then I
like
got the full costume on for school.
it sounds like the thing from
Okay, just for
Bo
context-
Burnham's Inside of like I bought an Aladdin costume. I should probably burn it. Wait, is burning it bad? In hindsight, it was a bad costume decision.
No. And for just for context, I used to go to a Christian school for my senior year. So you can imagine the reaction of the teachers. and
Oh,
the
I
principal.
forgot Spirit Week stuff. Oh man, one of I think was it? I guess our senior year, maybe. That or junior year, we had like as part of Spirit Week, it was a Decades Day, and we got like
yeah.
I think our grade got 80s, and I dressed up in kind of like a Marty McFly thing, and I carried around an old like VHS like film camera.
Yeah.
Um,
And you know what pisses me off about that though?
What?
Not your costume. It's the fact that literally every single single goddamn year, there's like some sort of 80s costume day thing
No.
in some way.
They
And
changed it.
No, they were. I saw posts of it, and of course, all of the girls always wear the same friggin' bright neon yoga pants and the fishnet stuff, and like they have their hair off to the side. It's like it all looks
They're
the same.
just
and it's like,
wearing
oh
what
my
their
God.
parents still had in their own closet.
No,
but
because they think it's just like this is what 80s people look like.
No, but that's the thing. They did change it. It's no longer Decades Day. It's just History Day. So that
Yeah,
they
they're
changed
finding
it.
excuses to
Somebody's
still
gonna show
bring their
up dressed
stupid
like Jack
80s
Sparrow.
costumes. 80s yoga costumes.
They had like a Disney Day. They had like a Marvel Day, which is super weird because that's so specific. Like, not everyone
somebody's gonna
has
show
that.
up as Batman on Marvel Day. I've had that happen. My school has had Marvel days, and my best friend showed up as Batman, and I kid you not, it was the funniest thing because one was a huge Marvel fan, and my friend and I walked into class, and my teacher lost his mind. It was so funny.
You know, but I love when it was so sad when Batman died in Endgame. It was so sad.
Oh my gosh, saddest
Bro, I
moment
remember
ever.
when the first Avengers movie came out, I had like so many people asking me, why isn't Batman in the Avengers movie?
My
Yeah,
God.
Joker is the Thanos. Joker is one of Thanos' henchmen, don't you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
obviously.
Have you guys been watching What If?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I didn't
Have
see
you
the
guys-
finale.
I finished all
I didn't
of
see
it
the
yesterday.
finale.
So don't
Oh,
talk
did-
spoilers. Don't talk spoilers.
Oh, man, you're gonna love it.
Bro, that scene where fucking Frodo comes in and brings balance to the Force was probably one of the biggest twists in cinema history.
And then the music kicks in. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, and it's just like you want to know what the real crossover we all wanted to see was? It was Malcolm in the Middle with iCarly. Like, dude, when that showed up, I was just not expecting that. Literally.
Wow,
No,
my
Malcolm in the Middle
expectations have
was
been
in
set high.
WandaVision.
Yeah.
Anyway, are we? What are
Well,
we
so
talking
the
about?
question was
Costume?
a Halloween costume.
Okay.
I'll answer it real quick, and I'll say I think my favorite costume that I've had, from what I can recall, was when I dressed up as a miner, like a coal miner.
I'm sorry, Cole. As a coal, as a what?
coal miner, as a
Yeah.
yeah, as a coal
What's
miner.
the word? What's the word?
Well, I was
What
a
did you
miner.
say? Yeah.
Hey, you can't catch me in a voice chat, bitch. And
That's
also,
stupid.
FYI, everyone here is also in the game of life, so fuck you. So,
I'm gonna be honest with you.
shut up, Jacob!
Cole is sussy.
I don't play it. Oh, did Jacob call you on it?
I don't know. Jacob, did you catch me?
Oh my
He
god,
said
do the
no.
push-ups.
He said no.
Jacob, do it.
But anyway, I dressed up as a coal miner, and so I like rubbed like charcoal on my face, and I had like a helmet and everything, and I
Why not
actually was
coal?
I was carrying a really heavy like pickaxe the entire time. I had like the overalls, the flannel thing. It looked awesome. I don't know where
I'm
the
really-
photos are for that though.
I'm really scared what you looked like with all that charcoal on your face, bro.
It
What?
looked like I came out of I looked like I had dust on me. I didn't do blackface if that's what you were worried about.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh. Oh.
So Frenchie, what about you? What's your favorite costume you've ever done?
Damn. Okay. So one that shows up to me is just because this is the costume that probably took the most work to do. I worked on it with my mom. So if you guys don't know, I mean, like you probably could assume, but some people call me French Fry because you know my name. So in high school, my senior year, it was quite the funny moment when for the Halloween parade, our section decided to be food. So, or no, it was the whole band was food, or I think it was the whole band. But anyway, I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna be French fries. So my mom and I made this out of foam and out of a cardboard box. We sorry, I'm terrible with this. We got the cardboard box. We cut it out so that I could fit it around me. Then we spray painted the foam. Like we cut the foam into strips and we spray painted them yellow.
Wow.
And then we put like a line outside the outside of the box, and we put it on straps. So I was wearing. I had this case of French fries over me, and it looked really good. So
Damn.
that's something. But I may change my mind when this Halloween comes around because I'm doing my best to recreate. I'm gonna be my saxophone professor.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what my favorite costume was, but I can tell you that this year I'm going to be a clone trooper from the Clone Wars, and it's going to be exciting. That or Iron Man. I still haven't decided yet.
I am supposed to be getting my Loki TVA like prisoner uniform sometime within a couple of days now. I didn't know where the whereabouts of it were. That isn't how you say that sentence, but I recently checked the tracking the order tracking, and it said that it had arrived at the post office, so it should be like either out for delivery or it's at least in transit somewhere. But I'm super excited because I can both play as Loki with the long hair, or I could just be me, and either are fine. Because I like the idea of the whole. Well, I like the whole TVA thing, but I'm excited for my costume this year. But Shady, what about you? What was your favorite Halloween costume?
Well, actually, I want to comment on like Brian's costume because like I actually went as Dan Kuso too when I was a kid from Bakugan. Like I'm not even kidding. My mom made me the outfit and everything. I even bought that like Bakugan blaster. Do you know what I'm talking about? The one that goes on your wrist. That was such a
Dude,
cool
I
thing.
remember. I always wanted to get one of those.
But like my favorite costume, period. I actually think in my case it was probably my Jeff the Killer outfit because it was the first outfit like I made. So I take a lot of pride in it. You know.
Damn.
Yeah.
I remember all the creepy pastas, the old school ones. Smile Dog. Was it Jack the Killer? Is also like the one with the blue face.
No, you're thinking of it wasn't Jack. It was Ben Drown or something like that. Not Ben Drown.
No,
it was,
not Ben Drown. Oh man, wait. Actually, all right. So, really quick question for you, Shady. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this on the podcast, but Brian, Shady, and I are involved in a Nintendo cinematic universe with our friend Brower. And Shady here plays Link. I played Snake, and Brian plays Waluigi. But Shady, when you were doing the Legend of Zelda series, did you ever do a reference to Ben Drowned?
I don't think we did. Okay, so here's the thing. I love Ben Drown. But like Brower is the one that wrote the script. My job was mainly to make his script work, if that makes any sense. So I had to do some changes and whatnot. But in hindsight, I kind of kicked myself at the idea that I didn't do a Ben Drown reference because we had a lot of scenes like by a lake that I think could have been a cool reference, like just to have like a Game Boy or something right there.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
oh.
we gave Link PTSD, so yeah.
Just imagine in the background. It's kind of like a Game of Thrones coffee cup thing. Just in the background, you can see like a Nintendo Game Boy, like just lying next to the lake, just as like a little Easter egg.
I would love, like, here's something I would like to do one day. I would like to take that Legend of Zelda project and re-upload it on my channel as Legend of Zelda Cursed. And as the movie like keeps getting like goes further and further, like being played, it progressively gets more and more distorted, or like it feels a little bit glitchy, or maybe there's like a note on the side saying like you should have saved them or something like that. It's all your fault. Like something for Halloween. I think that could be a cool thing to do.
I want to do a
That'd be nice.
horror thing for Halloween. I'm helping a friend out, Carson. I worked on his other shoot, Brass Knuckles, which should be coming out hopefully before the end of the year. But he wants to do another like horror show. Oh yeah, and Brian was also part of that crew. He wants to do like a short horror, like zombie, kind of like Night of the Living Dead, kind of like spoof. How like zombies were just kind of dumb, but they were still somehow scary. So I'm excited for that. I think Frenchie and I, for a couple of years, have always talked about wanting to do some kind of like Halloween something or other. Some kind of video.
Yeah, we came up with some funny stuff, and we still, unfortunately, we're not able to quite really do it.
Yeah, it was a ghost hunting thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like a parody of Ghost Adventures.
Which is also fun because Michael and I went urban exploring with our friends Jackson and Dylan, and we kind of called that ghost hunting as well, and that yielded some pretty spooky results. You know, we'll have to reserve like we'll have to record maybe another weekend closer to Halloween, and we'll make that entire theme like spooky, like scary stories. I think it'll be a lot of fun. But to kind of
we're going ghost hunting on Halloween, aren't we? Yeah.
I need to figure out what's happening. I'm not doing anything Halloween.
I want to go ghost hunting. Can I?
Yeah, sure. We're all gonna go out to dinner, and then after that, we're gonna go
Right.
ghost hunting.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go to a shellfish restaurant, so
No.
bring your
Oh,
appetite.
I'll be like, ghosts, where are you?
Is
gonna
this
use
on Halloween Day
Coke.
itself?
Say it again.
What happened?
Is this on Halloween Day itself, or like
Yeah,
nearby?
Halloween night.
Ah, damn it! Like, I want to go, but I'm gonna be in Maine at the
The
time.
witching hour.
Mm.
Whoa. So to bring it back from like the horror and the spooky stuff, we're gonna because we brought up like the costumes and how most costumes are like references to pop culture and stuff. This is me just trying to connect the dots, make a segue. My next question here is, what is like your favorite comfort like movie or TV show that you always go back to whenever you're like maybe having a down day or you just need like a boost of inspiration? What is a movie or a show that you always go to? Brian, would you like to start us off?
Oh man, for Halloween.
No, not
I
for
don't know.
Halloween, just a comfort show.
Oh, just like in general.
Or we can spin it and say, what's your favorite movie or show to watch around Halloween? How about that? Yeah, let's do that.
I guess my favorite movie at this point, and I do have a good reason for it, and is This Is the End.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a great movie. I laughed my ass off. Mostly because the first time I went to the theaters to watch it, I went with my grandma. And she just had the best time ever with it. I don't know. To me, it was just like the best time just seeing my grandma laugh with a movie like that. So, it's kind of a good memory for me.
All right, Frenchie, what about you? What's your favorite Halloween movie or something to watch around this time of year?
Let's see. I don't know. Could you guys come back to me?
I can't think of anything either, and we can kind of make it one or the other. You can either say like your favorite movie to watch during Halloween or around that time, or like the original question was just what's your favorite comfort movie or show? Because for me, like my favorite comfort movie is like Zootopia. So
Okay, I got you. I don't know if I have a really favorite comfort movie because I mean I usually just I'm trying to think of movies that I've like gone back and I've watched more.
we
than
can come
once.
back to you.
Okay, yeah, okay,
Okay,
sounds good.
Michael, what about you? What's your favorite like Halloween movie or maybe a comfort movie?
My favorite Halloween movie is Santa Claus.
Is it the Santa Claus, the one with
I think it's the Santa Claus.
a rose
I don't
such a
know
clatter company?
I don't know what the actor's name is. 1 second, I'll figure it out. 1 minute. Santa Claus.
The one with
Tim Allen.
Allen, yeah,
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen.
I'll let you
Tim.
know. That's
Tim.
not what I wanted.
Timothy.
Me?
Yeah, Shady. What about you? Favorite Halloween time movie or
my favorite comfort movie by far is Schindler's List. No, I'm kidding.
Jesus.
No, I think one of my favorite like comfort movies, probably Back to the Future. I think it's such a good one. But like favorite like Halloween movie.
Yeah, Tim Allen.
Yeah, Tim Allen. You're
We
talking
already
about the
confirmed
one
that, Michael.
with Yeah.
I just wanted to be sure.
Yeah, good to check.
Anyway, I think my favorite Halloween movie, period, though, it's a tie between I forgot the name of the movie, but it's the one with like the haunted house. Is it literally just called Haunted House? It's an animated movie where the house comes to life.
that
Monster
thing?
House.
Monster House.
That Monster House was the scariest movie of my childhood. I, as a child, would not be able to watch that because it freaked me out. And honestly, ever since I've watched that movie, I was unable to sleep. Like ever. Like my insomnia developed that day since I watched the movie.
You were just
Well,
afraid your
then,
room
if
was
you're
gonna
gonna
come to life
force
and eat
feed
you.
me shrimp, you gotta watch that movie.
But
I'll
it's
watch
a
it
tie.
now.
It's a-
I'm okay now as an adult.
Well, hang on a second though. Hang on a second, because it's a tie between that and another movie called Coraline. If you know what I'm talking about.
I love
Coraline's good.
Coraline. Coraline is amazing, dude. I think you listed like so for me. I think favorite like Halloween like time of year movie would probably be either Coraline or it would be the Haunted Mansion movie with Eddie Murphy.
Oh
So
my
you-
god, I love
I
that
used to
movie.
always watch that movie. I don't know. It's pretty good. I don't know why people kind of like shit on it, but oh well.
It's kind of bad.
But it's charming. It's got like a stupid charm to it.
It
Plus,
has
it's Eddie Murphy.
in
Come
it.
on,
It's a
Eddie Murphy's
shitty,
fun.
Stupid, funny movie. That's all you need to
Yeah,
know.
it's a stupid funny. But
Yeah.
no, Coraline. Coraline is that is not a kids movie, but it's so good. Hello, Karabushka. Is this what you're looking for? I
Are
love
you having a stroke?
No, that's the what's his name? Jorgen? No, who's the acrobatic like circus leader dude? Anyway,
I don't know.
while someone researches that, we can move on to a completely different topic,
I
but
didn't
still.
answer.
What?
I didn't answer. We're gonna come back to me.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Friends, you go.
Cole's such a loser.
I know.
Anyway,
That's why I bank on you guys to get me views.
in terms of like movies that inspire me, I can't narrow it down to one, but like movies like I recently saw the new Suicide Squad movie, and it's
that's
like
a good
movies
one.
that are like that, where it's just like it has a focus, it totally knows what it wants to be, it totally knows like the characters go through an arc. Like there's little wrong with that movie. It's just like it doesn't go too commercial or complicated. I mean, it is kind of complicated, but I mean like it feels authentic, and it's
It's
like
a
movies like that. That's just what
It's a shame that it didn't do well in the box office, though.
I know.
Yeah, it was
It's
that
just
movie
one
was
of those
so
films
friggin'
that are just so
good.
stylistic.
Oh yeah, and it's like it's just you feel for these really mean, terrible people, and it's like you know they're doing something right.
James Gunn.
Can we talk
A
about it?
legend.
Like, can I talk about it for a second?
I know
Yeah.
nothing about the movie. I haven't watched it. Well, no, that's not true. I haven't
you-
watched
you
it,
told
but
me
I
that you
know a
don't
lot
care.
about it. I don't
All right.
necessarily care.
I am very upset at the movie that they killed Flag.
Really?
Flag Smasher.
Oh yeah, no, that was intense though. I mean, like that was You felt
That is
that.
literally. I don't really cry towards movies. Like I cried to Iron Man dying.
Is
but
that John Cena?
no,
Yeah.
John Cena killed whoever. I don't know the actor for whoever plays Colonel Flag.
Is it? I don't want to mispronounce.
You're
his
thinking
name.
of Captain I forgot what his name. He was like a douchey Captain America type.
Captain
He wore
America.
like a
Peacemaker.
Flag Smasher.
Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
Peacemaker.
this
I
is
don't-
on so come out
I think
this
John
year.
Cena's
My bad.
character, when John Cena's character killed whatever his name is, Flag, I think, right?
No.
Yeah. I
No, you're thinking of Flag.
Yeah, I legitimately was so sad I wanted to turn off the movie. And then on the cutscenes, when it was shown to a hospital, I was like, no way he survived. And then no, it was just John Cena. And honestly, like, I just never want to watch another DC movie ever again.
Yeah, James
Actually,
Gunn's thing was like the one like beacon of hope that could have potentially revived DC, but at the same time, it's like I think I would only watch that movie in the
DC's been
DCEU.
on a roll lately. DC's been on a roll. With
No,
like,
yeah, it has been on.
Whoa,
Wonder Woman?
Joker!
No, hang on,
Joker is my
Wonder
favorite DC
Woman?
film. Joker,
No,
like
Wonder
hands
Woman-
down.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Joker's
oh!
really
I got a transition, but continue talking.
But before I forget, speaking of the character that you hate so much, played by John Cena, you know he's about to have his own TV show.
I
this
know,
year.
Exactly.
I know.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, I know. It's honestly, it's heartbreaking. Like the character, John Cena's great. I like his movies and stuff like that. But honestly, his character really pisses me off.
Yeah, no, I know. Here, I liked all the characters to the point where actually, like, when they did kill in quotes Peacemaker, I still was like, oh, I don't want him to die, but fuck you, but I don't want you to die.
You know who I didn't want to die?
How'd you
Polka-
do that?
I didn't expect Polka Dot Man to die. I thought he was
Oh,
like the
that
best
was- that
character in the
was-
Bro,
entire
he's
thing.
in-
Oh, that was so
he's in like
rare.
every
They could have developed
superhero
so
movie.
more.
No, yeah,
that
he
was-
is like he is quite literally like DC's like saving grace. He's
No,
in like
he's in
the
Marvel
dark.
too.
I know, but he's like every successful DC movie he's in. Like he was in The Dark
Yeah.
Knight. Like he's just like an integral actor to DC for some reason.
Yeah, and then
That-
he's in Marvel too. So I was going through YouTube in like the late hours at like 3 a.m. and there was this video talking about him, and it's like, can he be the character that links Marvel and DC together? I know it's not true and it's not
Yeah,
it's
right.
not plausible, but it was just so funny to watch that because I didn't realize how many movies and shows he was actually a part of.
Yeah.
That are both Marvel and DC. Like I don't even know who this guy is. Like who is he?
That death of. Sorry. Mind if I just say something?
Yeah,
real
yeah.
quick?
Finish.
That death especially killed me because it's like it was just when he had his arc, like immediately, like he's like, I'm a superhero, and he was so happy and not like,
I know.
and then he just died, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, I was
No,
half
no,
expecting like a.
I still stand by that though. That's like one of the most random deaths ever. Like,
No, I knew it was coming. I know, like as soon as he said I'm a superhero and he was looking, I knew he was gonna get squashed.
Honestly, my favorite character is the shark in jorts.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, and that was
I can't
Bro,
think of his
Nanaue.
name right now.
Not now,
It's
King
Nanaue.
Shark.
King
Yeah,
Shark.
something.
King
King Shark.
Shark.
King Shark, but I love how they
Bro,
refer to
yeah,
him
no,
as
I
Nanaue.
like his. Yeah, Nanaue, or yeah, if that's
Yeah.
that's how you say it.
Yeah.
His
yeah.
favorite scene is when he goes.
Nom
And
We're all gonna
Can
die,
you
and then
believe he was
Pokemon Man
played by
goes,
Sylvester
I hope
Stallone?
so.
Can you believe he was played by Sylvester Stallone?
was he played by Sylvester Stallone?
He was.
That's insane.
he was
Damn.
voice acted by
I didn't know
Sylvester
that.
Stallone.
But
That's
speaking
almost as good. That's almost as good as Groot being voiced by Vin Diesel.
speaking
Yeah.
of like the superhero franchise and like the movies, Venom.
I haven't seen it.
What?
I have not seen
I
it.
haven't seen it
I
too.
have not
I
seen
haven't
Nobody's seen
too.
it? Frenchie, have you seen
Nah.
it?
Nope.
Okay, well then I won't give away anything. I'm just saying stick around for the end credits. That's all I gotta say.
Is it
Wait,
that
hold
good?
on.
I'm not we're
Hold
gonna move
on.
on. We're gonna move on. But that is the
Wait,
only thing I'll
I
say.
think I've seen spoiling images.
We're not gonna talk about it. We're not gonna talk about it.
Don't talk about it.
We're not going to talk about it. I'm just saying you have to see it in theaters. The only reason why is because of the end credits. That's it.
Well, not necessarily in theaters. You could just watch it whenever it comes out.
yeah,
on,
whenever it
like-
comes out. But by then it'll probably be
But hang on a
Irrelevant.
second, Cole. Let me ask you one question though.
Okay.
In your ranking, in your own personal ranking of like the best end credit scenes you've ever seen, where would you put it?
oh, honestly pretty high. pretty
Like
pretty
top
high.
5?
Like I mean, if the whole like end of Spider-Man Far From Home was like super like devastating, then I don't know. I feel like this is probably higher than that.
You're lying. That's high, bro.
This is some like really cool stuff. Also, I completely forgot that Frenchie and I watched Far From Home in theaters, and that was a wonderful experience because as soon as we got
Yeah.
out of the theaters, there's a huge storm that chased us back home, and we're like, it's an illusion tech. It's Mephisto. It's a fake storm. And it's like super intense. That was one of the
You say
worst storms we
Mephisto?
experienced that summer.
Well, Brian, I guess I know what
Did
we're
somebody
doing
say
tonight. We gotta go
Mephisto?
see.
No, not Mephisto. Sorry, sorry.
Mysterio.
Mysterio. Yeah.
Mysterio?
But
Mysterious.
what was I gonna say? Brian, I guess I guess I know what we're doing tonight. We should go see Venom.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
a good treat yourselves.
You guys live in Florida?
No, wait. We still gotta
Yeah,
finish
they
Brian's
live.
match.
Brian lives at El Vista with us.
Oh,
I live all the way by
Venom.
Cocoa Beach.
Yeah.
I'd like to watch Venom.
Mm-hmm.
We went to go see Venom at City Walk. I went with Ion, Anna, and Tyler. Pro tip: don't go see a Marvel or any movie with Ion. Sorry, Ion,
Well,
Why?
because
He's
the
a- he's
discussions
a-
afterwards are just incoherent.
Oh,
he's very passionate about
Very passionate.
very passionate about superhero stuff. And like I mean it's interesting to listen to for like the first 5 minutes, but then you just get lost in the conspiracies.
I'll bring Ion on because obviously I want to bring everyone on, but Ion could go on for days about Marvel. Love the man.
Absolutely.
He is super passionate. Respect him. but I'm just there to watch the end credits. That's why.
Yeah.
But so actually, this is a good segue into my other question, which is, what was everyone's so far? We're pretty far into the year, but what is everyone's favorite movie of 2021 so far? Because for me, hands down, is In the Heights. I absolutely loved In the Heights.
I don't know about that one. It was okay. Like it was a good musical movie, but it's
Oh, it was
not my favorite.
fantastic.
It
Absolutely loved it.
it's not on my list.
Well then, Brian, if you want to start us off, and then Frenchie, Michael, Shady, what was your favorite
Can you
movie
like
of-
skip me? Because like I can't just decide for one and not
Yeah.
for now.
Okay. I goes to go figure. Like the film students are gonna be the ones that have trouble
Was,
figuring out what their favorite is.
Was what's it called? Endgame 2021?
No,
No,
it was
Endgame was 2019,
2019.
bro.
Hold up.
That was 2 years ago.
Time passes
Hold
differently for
up.
Michael.
You're not telling me that was 2 years.
Dude,
It-
Endgame.
You
If
lied.
I
all right,
lived in my apartment when this thing
no,
came out.
if Endgame,
What?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. If Endgame came out in 2021, then when did Spider-Man: Far From Home come out? Like, really?
2019.
way.
It came out literally 2 months later.
Yeah. So you're like, and also,
Are you telling me this movie came out when I was in high school?
yeah,
Yes, bro.
that was the
it
entire
came
thing.
out-
Is like everyone was trying to
What?
spoil it for each other in high school.
Bro, to give you a perspective, it came out in April of 2019. I was 20 at the time.
Michael,
I'm 22 now.
we watched a WandaVision with everyone in your apartment. Like, when did you think WandaVision came out?
I don't know.
That was like
Bro-
last year.
Hang on.
But I-
Michael, do you have any concept of time to realize that 2020 was the first year in over a decade that we did not get any kind of Marvel properties released?
What? Wait up. I'm still up on the fact that the movie was released in 2019.
So, Frenchie, what about you? Favorite movie of 2021? While
Well, we
Michael is
already-
having a existential crisis.
Well, we already talked about it. My favorite film of 2021 is The Suicide Squad.
The Suicide Squad. Shady, Mr. Wet Ass there.
I'm sorry about
Them
that.
some
I thought I
sloppy
muted
noises.
myself. I thought I muted my mic. I'm trying to wash my dishes.
Shady, what about you though? So that we can get you out, so that you can do your dishes real quick. Favorite movie of 2021?
I'm already done with it, but like, what was I gonna say? I think my favorite movie of 2021. What are the movies I saw? I guess Free Guy, but at the same time, I'm more of the Suicide Squad kind of fan. It was the first film that I can genuinely remember. Like, you see films that are good, but that was the first film that I kind of like walked out of the theater like pumped that I couldn't believe that I saw something that cool in a while. If that makes any sense.
You know what's weird is I really had to think about my answer ahead of time, because I was like, what movies did I see this year? And I completely forgot that In the Heights was one of the very first movies I watched. Like, I think
What's
during
that
like
movie
spring
Josh
break.
made?
2020.
Yeah, but he released it like last month, right? Or 2 months ago?
Yeah, but it was essentially talking about all the
that's-
things that came out. I'm gonna get
that's
Josh
my
on here, and
movie.
I'm gonna ask him everything about that, because
That's
goddamn was
my
that
movie.
that was a really good short film.
That's what I choose.
You choose Joshua Wright's 2020.
Yeah.
Nice.
Really? That's
Yeah,
nice.
I had to
Honestly,
think about
it. It
my
was
answer.
a really good movie. And honestly, I can't think about any other movie that came out in 2021 because obviously my concept of time is very demented.
I was originally going to say like Tenet, but that came out in 2020 in like September. And that feels weird to me because I feel like I saw Tenet recently. But that was actually like the first movie I had seen in theaters since the pandemic started. So that would make sense that it was in 2020. But I guess has everyone answered? Brian, did you answer? Brian, are you
I think
alive?
Brian died. Brian died. He ate some
Did you?
shellfish.
Yeah. Did you? I was about to say the same thing. Did you
I'm
feed
here.
him
I'm
shrimp?
here. No, I'm here. But I guess if I had to pick one, I'll go with Free Guy for sure.
Oh yeah, it's a great movie.
I like the funny reference that Chris Evans was in. Spoilers.
Haha,
So-
funny. It's only like I've seen 70 Instagram posts about it.
So just to kind of like change topics a little bit here, we're gonna be a little bit more focused on like locations. So, my question now is, what is your favorite place in the entire world that you've been to and why? For me, it would be Eaglesmere in Pennsylvania because it is nice and secluded. It's got a small town. Walking around the lake is beautiful. Some of my favorite memories growing up comes from when we visited in the summer. And my family, my brother and my mom just went to Eaglesmere and they were sending me videos and stuff and I wanted to cry. I was like, I wanted to be there. So anyway, that's my favorite place in the world, Eaglesmere, Pennsylvania.
Hey, Cole, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Mind if I just go to the bathroom real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Sorry.
Brian, what about you? Where's your favorite place that you've been to ever and why?
Ooh. If I had to choose one, I would go with Angra dos Reis back in Brazil. It's kind of a beach place, just full of like small islands and shit. And we would just like gather the whole family, just all go there, go in a boat, and just drive off to some weird desert island. Just have like a huge barbecue with the whole family in there.
Nice. Sounds like actually really lovely.
It was. We used to go like every other weekend, and so.
How was the weather there? Was it usually pretty like sunny and beautiful and stuff like that, or does it have like storms or whatever on the coast?
Every now and then we would have like a storm season, so like for like about a month or so, be raining a lot, so we just wouldn't go. We would just stay at home. It would be like a 2-hour drive from our place, so we would just spend the whole weekend in there.
So I guess skipping over Frenchie for now. Michael, what about you? Where is your favorite place that you've ever been and why?
That would have to be Tbilisi, Georgia. So for everybody in the world who doesn't know that Georgia is a country, there's a country called Georgia. And it's this really small country, but it's really amazing. A lot of places to go, a lot of sights to see, amazing food, great people. And honestly, I plan to live there someday.
I believe in another episode that Michael and I recorded on camera, I learned about that. We talked about Georgia, the country.
Right. Yeah. I also I just talked to Josh about this in class the other day. I'm like, yeah, so I'm planning on like taking a vacation to Georgia, and he's like the state. I'm like, no, the country. And then I had to go through the whole explanation again, which I it's just become habit.
It's a revelation, dude.
But you know what really made my my day was Yulia. I talked to her and she knew that Georgia was a country because she is Russian. So I was like, this is the proudest day of my life for today.
Yeah, I did not. And just to address that unreleased episode, I think I'll release those 2 episodes that Michael and I did probably like after this one comes out. So look forward to more antics with me and Michael and I. Say it again?
The adventures. Oh, these are just spoilers or sneak peeks towards those episodes.
We were at the time thinking of like rebranding the show to be the Michael and Cole show, but
we made a really
we ultimately
great
decided not
banner.
to.
We made a really great banner, and I still want to use it. It was amazing.
It was in Microsoft Paint.
You're right, but it was beautiful.
Frenchie, what about you? Favorite place that you've ever been to in the world and why?
Well,
Oh wait, did you say Frenchie or Shady?
Frenchie, just to go back to Frenchie and then we'll go back to you, Shady.
I
Sorry
am
about
so
that.
sorry.
All right.
No, you're all good.
So, okay. So I haven't really have I not in recent years have I ever been outside the country. So it's not like I have really any experience with that. But the farthest place I've been to in the country was Montana, and then we went to Wyoming to see Yellowstone National Park, and that was pretty damn cool. But ultimately, I mean, like you can't. I don't know. I just had the most fun at Disney World. I like
Disney World.
yeah. No, and like all the friggin' coaster nuts like always crap on it, and it's like I had a friggin' blast. I had a friggin' blast. And then you took me to Universal, and then that was so
Oh
much
yeah, I
fun.
forgot that was recently.
Oh yeah. So you do. I don't know. I love my amusement parks, man. I love my theme parks.
Maybe we'll have to do another episode sometime where we just like talk about what it was like going to the theme parks like during maybe that could be its own. Well, we've already kind of touched up on like the Hershey Park trip. We already did one dedicated to just that, but going to
Yeah.
Universal would be a fun like topic.
Mhm.
But with Shady, what about you?
In 2017, actually 2016, I made a friend from Norway. Because I hired her to make me a poster at the time. We got close. She came to New York. We linked up. Her mom really liked me, so they offered to fly me out to Kristiansand, Norway, as a graduation present. I went out over there, and it's probably one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. Kristiansand, for those of you who don't know, is the exact same city that they modeled the city from Frozen after.
Really?
Yes, and it is beautiful. It's such a beautiful harbor. You see shrimp that are the size of what I can only describe as a kitchen table.
No.
Oh,
Get it
those
away
will
from me.
definitely kill Cole.
Get it away from me. I don't want it.
I know how you are with seafood, Cole, but like me personally, I love it. So when I was over there, it is the capital of seafood. It is so amazingly good. Also,
Kill it.
fun fact, their chocolate is probably some of the best in the world, in my opinion.
That's some pretty steep competition coming from
I say we
Pennsylvania.
put Cole in a box and ship him over there.
What
What'd
the?
you say?
Shady.
Everything okay?
I just dropped something I was like throwing around, but like also another thing, they flew me up northward to Bergen, Norway, and there was we went over to a glacier and I got to see the northern lights. It's so beautiful.
That's so
Ah,
cool.
man, I always wanted to see it.
It's surprisingly extremely I don't know why I'm going to say transparent, but it sounds like the right word. Because it doesn't feel real, if that makes any sense. It feels like you're watching a television show.
I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
I think it's a good thing because it's so surreal. You can't believe what you're looking at is real.
In a good way, right?
In a great way. Like, oh my
Okay.
God, this exists.
Well, I believe we have hit all of the subjects that all the questions I had for today. So, is there anything else that we would like to bring up, talk about, ask that we can finish this off? We're nearing an hour.
If this podcast gets 100,000 listens or views, Cole will eat shellfish.
No
I
guarantee.
I actually do have like a semi question. It's more of like just kind of get to know you guys, specifically Michael and Frenchie.
Yeah, shoot it.
Yeah.
I believe all of us here, I can't really speak for Frenchie, but I believe all of us here are interested in film in one way or another, correct? Like whether that's like developing it or being in it or something.
Uh-huh.
Correct.
So I guess a good,
No.
interesting topic is no for Frenchie.
No,
No,
for me. that
No
was a
from
joke.
Cole.
Continue.
Cole
Continue.
doesn't want to be a filmmaker. His actual dreams and
Cole
aspirations
actually-
are
I'm not a
being
filmmaker. I'm a
McDonald's
maker of
fry
film.
boy.
Nah, Cole
Fry
just
boy?
wants
Cole
to be a
actually
minor.
hates movies.
Nah, Cole
Yeah,
just wants to be a
contrary to
minor.
popular belief,
Yes.
I actually hate everything.
Nah, bro, Cole just wants to be a minor. But like, no,
I
What
do want to
happened?
be a minor again. I'm a 20-year-old now. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, man.
Oh, what a nightmare. But anyway, I guess the question here is, what got you interested in film in the first place? And where do you see yourself, like, what would you like to be regarding film?
I got into film because I decided to experiment with it, and I found out I was pretty good at it. And where do I see myself? In lots of debt. That's what. Next.
I think we all see ourselves there.
Next, moving on.
The silence
next-
after I said that.
Yeah, like next, moving on. Like, does anyone else have an answer to that? Like, how did you guys get interested in it in the first place?
When I was 7 years old, I started a YouTube channel, and ever since then, I've been making videos. And then I decided to do commercials with my boss from my mentor from church, and weddings and stuff. And I kind of fell in love, and now I have a semi-functional production company.
Good for you, Jesus.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Well, I guess for me, I can pretty much say that movies were always like a thing I loved. At the same time, they were also something like that took me out of my problems as a kid, I guess. Bully and shit like that. It kind of just like created a different world where like I could just relax and just, be whoever I wanted to or imagine whatever I wanted to. And I think to be fair, I didn't like had the mindset of like, oh, I want to become a filmmaker. I knew I wanted to study film, but mostly for acting at first. I remember in March 16th of 2018, that's when I actually decided to go for production. I was watching a video from a YouTube channel called SQ, which stands for Special Books for Special Kids. And I was watching this video, which is pretty much like an introduction to a kid had like autism and schizophrenia. The kid was just a mess, and he was like talking about how movies actually helped him like overcome a lot of this. And I was like, oh, that's like something I can actually relate to, on my own terms, of course. But that I remember exactly. That's when I like decided, okay, you know what, I can do it. I can go for it. I can start making my own movies and study and actually try to help more people like that.
And now you will reach new heights of accomplishment, and you will continue to do very, very, very well. Because if I know you, if I know all of you, it's whatever you set your mind to, you are passionate about it, and you tend to succeed. And I'm astonished that I am so lucky that I get to know you guys. So.
Oh,
Aww.
so cute.
That's one of the sweetest things you've ever
Thanks,
said, Cole.
It's literally the only
Yeah, 'cause normally you're
compliment I've
just
ever
mean to
received
us.
from Cole.
Anyway,
I
fuck you,
guess
fuck
that-
you, fuck you.
I guess to answer the
See,
question
that's
on
what
my
I'm
accord,
talking about.
I guess to answer the question on my accord, unless anyone else wants to like answer it before me. I guess I was always interested in film. Like I wrote mini scripts with my mom when I was like a really young kid, just to act out because I thought it was fun. But then around like 2011, even before that, I was always interested in like YouTubers, which is how I personally started. And then I realized, oh my God, I can do that. So one day I begged my mom to buy me an iPod. They were selling this one for like $100. And I started making a ton of like action figure videos with them. And then eventually
Frenchie is kind of
somehow
along the same lines.
eventually my friends
Yeah.
I never shared it because obviously I would be embarrassed of it, but somehow my friends found my YouTube account and I thought I was just gonna get made fun of it for it, but all my friends were like, yo, can we be a part of this? Like, let's make movies. I was like, really? Like, you guys wanna okay. So eventually we started like making web shows. Eventually we made 2 web shows called Jailbroken and Supernovas. And some short films that I made got me into scholarships into like a private high school that I went to. Specifically, Jailbroken got me a few scholarships to go to Full Sail. And long story short, just one thing led to another, and I just kind of realized, I guess this is something I'm like really good at, and I'm also really interested in it. So why not see what I can do with it? And I just kind of been following that path ever since.
And here you are on a
Really
shitty
cool.
show.
Look
On
at
it.
it.
Look
Here
how
I
far
am.
you've fallen.
I'm following. I mean, the only good news about it, in my opinion, is, like everyone's saying, like you're gonna be in debt if you go to college for Full Sail, but in
It's true.
truth, I was able to rank up a few scholarships, so I'm probably walking away with only like a maximum of $5,000 in debt.
Wow.
I wish.
I'll just earn all that money back through submitting films to competitions and stuff. Because you
Yeah,
know
honestly,
that's how you make money, right?
yeah, and attention. Honestly, Cole, I think if anyone has a shot at making like the first out of all of us, if anyone has a shot of making one of those first like award-winning films, I think it can be you.
Hold up.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I do, because seriously,
The
like
Listen, man,
you
I
have,
can't take a
Cole
compliment
has
at
within
all.
himself,
I can't take a
the-
compliment. It just feeds
the
my ego.
confidence that Cole has within himself is absolutely zero. But like he's not snobby about it, but he's not also he's not humble about it. So he's like, yeah, I have skill, but I'm not gonna talk
Yeah.
about it.
yeah. No,
Yeah, I'm
seriously,
better than
like,
all of you, but let's just stay quiet.
no,
I mean, it's
seriously,
not
Cole,
always
like,
about me, but the show does have my name on it, so you know.
Yeah.
It's not. Let's
Like
just
no,
forget
but
about
like
that.
like no, seriously though, Cole, you're a very talented filmmaker, and I think by far, like one time you described to me about how exactly you should light a room, and personally, I think that's an amazing superpower, without really having to think about it, I guess.
That's my superhero name, Lit Man.
and, and I think you're gonna get far.
Thanks, man. I will make sure your birthday is one to remember. Just for that.
Aw.
Just for that. Frenchie, is there anything you would like to add to any of this, or
Like what?
I don't know. Because the question was to all of us, but you're in music.
Okay. I
don't
don't
know
know.
what
Every
the
single when I
question
was
Do you want to
growing
be a
up.
film orchestrator? I'm sorry. I did not mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. I don't know what I really want to be. I do want film and theater to be in my life still because I'm a huge theater nut, and I want to be an actor as well as a musician.
I'll help with
When
that.
I was thanks. But like it's sh- when I was growing up, I just loved movies, and I always wanted to be in them. I always was like, oh my god, this would be so cool. I would always recite lines from movies like verbatim. You can ask my mom about that.
He is good at
But,
quoting.
yeah. So yeah. So I don't want it to leave my life
Oh, that's
at
so
all.
sweet. Well, as we come to the end of our podcast, cue ending credit music. I appreciate everyone coming out here. This was this was a lot of fun. I've been rewatching a bunch of the older episodes, and you know what? Looking back at this, I don't know why I stopped doing this for like a year. So I'm excited to potentially do this more frequently again.
It's because you're a slacker.
I am, you're right. Brian, Frenchie, Michael, list off where people can find you, what you're up to. Tell the people at home what you're doing.
You could follow my Instagram _Michael Garris _.
My YouTube channel's name is just called Frenchie, FRENCHI. I've been posting a little more often, but I'm trying. I've been posting more music stuff lately. I arrange for like big band and everything like that. And then my Instagram is Frenchie.p.
You can pretty much find me on mostly Instagram, B_RY02. My YouTube channel and Facebook, it's just my name, Brian Seta Amante.
You can find me in a few places, specifically on Instagram. You can find me at shady_O_Miley. You can also find me on YouTube, same name, Shady O'Miley, or my official page, Ultra Swag Time.
And you at home listening and or watching this podcast can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, Spotify, YouTube, a whole bunch of places. You already know that. That's where you're listening to this. Anyway, without further ado, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey.
Bye.
Bye. Have a wonderful
Bye.
time.
Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.